You guys, putting the dining room together has been such a process, but it's finally done and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. I'm getting dressed right now because I do have to run out. There's a few things that I am still looking for the house. This is my outfit. Let's go over my outfit really quickly. So I have on these sweatpants from H&M, these socks that I thrifted. Love these. I'm so glad I got multiple packs. It is freezing outside, so I have on a black t-shirt from like Fruit of the Loom, this Woolrich red flannel that's really thick, and then my Jacket Maker leather hoodie situation over it, and then I'm gonna wear my Sambas. So yeah, this is the outfit we're going for. It is so cold, you guys. I am so cold. I'm gonna put on my shoes. We're gonna talk about this whole dining room situation while I get myself in the car and settled to go to our first destination. Let's talk about how the dining room started. When we first came to tour the house, this was what the dining room looked like, and I really did like the table they had in the dining room. I actually tried to negotiate this piece off of them. However, because of the sentimental value of a lot of the furniture pieces in the house, they weren't really willing to give me a lot of the pieces that I asked for. I only got to keep like maybe 2 things that I requested, so that was okay. It just gave me an opportunity to really like put my own stamp on this kitchen dining area and make it my own. So the first thing that absolutely had to go was the wallpaper. I know that wallpaper is having a bit of a resurgence right now and people are loving this type of wallpaper. Listen, I have a lot of rolls of this wallpaper that they left us in case we ever needed to replace it that I do not want to keep. So I might consider like selling them if you guys want them, but I have a lot of wallpaper for you if you need it. It just wasn't for me. So we really had to do something about this wallpaper. Like, it just had to go. Last night we went ahead and we got the paint colors, and these are the paint colors I picked. So I have, what is this one? Whipped cream and Swiss coffee. And I did a swatch so that I could see which one I think I might like better here in the kitchen, because as you know, this wallpaper has to go. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. So this one is a little bit more warm, and this one is a little bit more like cool, like a little bit more white is added to that one. And I'm trying to figure out which one I feel like would be better, especially next to the tile. I feel like this creamy one could go really well, and this white one might be a little bit too stark, but I don't know. All right, we have a cool little sample. So we have whipped cream and what is this, Swiss coffee. We're gonna let those dry a little bit. I'm gonna take them off and then we'll see which one looks better against the wood baseboards as well. Or what are these? Wainscoting? I think they're called wainscoting, I'm not sure. As you can see, the walls had to be textured and sanded down, and the wallpaper needed to be peeled up in the areas where it was already peeling, and then sand down so the corners and edges and all of those things could be smoothed and taped and all of the things. But it ended up turning out really good. We did end up going with Swiss coffee for, I think it was Swiss coffee for the paint color, and I really loved it. So that is where you saw last, like all of the white walls. But then it was time to find a table, and the thing about finding the table is I had one in particular in mind that I really wanted to get, but you know, let me just I'll play the story for you guys. We are currently picking up the table that's supposed to go in our dining room area or kitchen area, and it was a Facebook Marketplace find, a great Facebook Marketplace find. I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
So they can take it out depending on your floor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Every leg has a
Are they with it? The table has been secured. That man has some really great pieces in there. It's actually his parents, and they moved. They actually, I don't know if you guys remember our mid-century modern console table that's like brick, it's like a white brick with the balls, but they have the matching coffee table and side tables to that. So I'm looking at it like, I don't know, maybe, but we're still in the middle of deciding with the couches and things like that. So kind of like still trying to figure it out. But there's also a mirror. I'll put it right here. I said, let me know if your mom wants to sell it, because right now she wants to keep it, and I get it. Like, I feel you, girl, but I would like the mirror too. So anyways, I will show you guys how everything looks together because the chairs are already on the way. So we have the table. We've set it in our dining room for now because our kitchen's still being worked on. But the reason why I really wanted this table is if you can see the octagon shape, it's just perfect for that room. It's very cohesive. And when I tell you this table is so solid, look at how thick it is. Even the base is really heavy. It's made from bamboo and wrapped in real leather. This table, such a good deal. This is a $7,000 table that I got for a steal. So I'm very excited. The chairs are right here. I'm gonna put together one of them to see if I like the way it looks with the table before we start committing to the fact that we're gonna have these chairs. So now we're going to the car because we got some flooring samples to get the floors done, and we need to lay them down to kind of see how they look and then hurry up and get the samples back to the flooring place before our meeting tomorrow. I routed us to Marshall's, but the thing is, in my mind, I wanted Home Goods, but like what I did was take us to Marshall's. So what we're gonna do is go to the home decor section here and see if I can find like what I want anyway. Otherwise, we're headed to Marshall's. There's two options. There's this one with the clear, but then there is this other one right here. The shade is white.
White.
This one?
Yeah.
Or this one?
That
This one?
That one. Where would those go?
So one of these is gonna go where the teeth stuff is, but the other one can go in the bathroom. These are actually good for. I wanted to get something similar to this for our bathroom on our vanity.
So if it's like for the kitchen, you want it that bright, or is it something like that's gonna be on?
So you have different light.
Oh, it changes.
Yeah. I'm at Home Goods right now, and I have just spotted this chair. I think this is gonna go great with the couches we have in mind for the living room. And it's like wide, and I just think it's so cool. So I think we're gonna get this. We're gonna have somebody come get it and take it up to the front. We're also getting this for our game room, which you guys have not seen yet. And these are the two things I'm thinking about for our table decor. And then I saw this and I felt like couldn't pass. It's super cool. So I love that. I've also gotten some honey. I thought this would be really cute for the tea and honey bar. Not honey bar, it's the tea and matcha bar. I also got another one of these. And this is for my hair.
Oh.
So you want some brightness? Also got this. And this for our sink in the kitchen. One of the lessons I really learned with this whole decorating process was patience. And that's something that I am still working on because I really want to have things just like done right now, everything all at once. But I am finding that in order to find the perfect pieces, it takes time. And the reason why it takes time is because for me, I thought I wanted one thing, but then a little bit of time would pass and I would get inspiration, and then I would think, okay, well, maybe I want something else a little bit different. And then, you know, I found that my mind kept changing, and that's not something I'm used to when it comes to like fashion. My mind typically doesn't change when it comes to fashion, but I'm finding with decor, I am inspired by so many different things that sometimes it's hard to make a decision. So I did end up finally making a decision with the chairs, and I feel like the chairs that we got were absolutely perfect. So this is kind of my final thought before I let you guys watch the rest of the process. But I will say that a lot of the stuff in here, like the major pieces, are staying. The art is staying, the chairs, the table, all of that is staying. But I do think that I'm going to end up switching out like the centerpieces and adding some things to the wall and adding some, like, you know, like little decor details and things like that. And I think that I'm just going to have to be patient with how that process kind of happens, because, you know, it's just one of those things where I've been told, and I think I need to realize that the home is never done. You're always wanting to change something. You sit with something for a while, then you're ready for something new. So your house is like never really done. And I just can't fathom that idea, but I could now like really understand why people say that. So I'm really happy with the way that everything came out. You guys are about to see how everything came out, but I just cannot wait to get started on like the next rooms. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video and like the little journey of like decorating the first room in my first house, which was kind of wild. What is up, you guys? Today we are going to restore Habitat for Humanity because I want to see if they have this table that I saw there that I think would be great for the laundry room as a folding table. But now I have the measurements, so even if they do have it, I get to see if it's actually the right measurements or not, or even if they have something new. I'm also looking for a vessel for my coffee table that I could put some florals in. Maybe not real florals necessarily, but like dried florals. So that's kind of like what I am looking for. And then like any other items that might complete the like kitchen dining area. So that's why we're going there now. And then I'm going to return these flooring samples back to Floor and Decor because there is one, actually there's two of them that would work great. But I want to try to see if I can find a more cost-effective version. I'm hoping to show you guys in this video the completed dining room. I just need to get the drapes hung because those are also on the way. And the rug is also on the way. So it's coming together. You know, it's coming together. But, you know, we'll see. And then we'll make tweaks and changes as we put things together to see what actually goes and what can be improved, so to speak. So yeah, let's hit up the thrift basically. These chairs are so English countryside. I can't even. Ooh, if it wasn't for that one being damaged, but these are actually really cool. Cane chairs often I find have a lot of damage to them. It's really hard to find some that are intact without some sort of damage. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with this chair. This is such a cool chair. Look at that detail. This is also really cool. You can tell this is real wood. And it's only $100. It's a great size. I actually really love this. This could go great in our bedroom as a dresser. Oh no. I like it. I like the length and the depth of it. If we didn't already have a pool table, this one's real cool. Which I haven't shown you guys yet, but we do in fact have a pool table in the house. I just haven't taken you guys to that area yet, but this is super cool. I don't know, something about this one just looks a little bit creepy, but also kind of cool at the same time. They do actually have clothes in here. This Rampage is a really good brand. Some, what are these, like a greeny velvets? But we're not here for clothes. We're gonna stay focused. Don't see the table, so we're just gonna have to find something else. I'm not surprised, it was a great table. I also really love this. I don't need it, but it's in such a great condition. I mean, I kind of do need it, but I don't have anywhere to like actually put this. Super cute though. Husband and I are looking for a desk for one of the rooms that we're going to turn into a joint office, but we're looking for a 2-person desk that's basically like this, but somebody can sit on either side. And I have yet to find it, but fingers crossed I will. These are so cool. If I had somewhere to put these, I would get them. Even if I had somewhere to just put like a set of like 2. I love this color. This is actually the color I initially wanted my couch to be, but I was having such a hard time finding a couch that color. But look at this. This is such an awesome piece. This is like such a cool opportunity to make a headboard. But it's actually a giant mantle. And then they have such amazing lighting here as well. Oh, this is a cool bed. Solid wood. Look at this. That is amazing. And it actually has lighting underneath. Super cool. This is not exactly what I had in mind, but this could actually be really cool. And it's on sale for $200. This would actually go perfect in that room. We'd be co-workers. And you can tell it's real wood. Has lights. Okay. Super cool. I like the lines. Okay, so that's like my second time going there. And again, I saw some really cool stuff. It's just that it wasn't necessarily what I was looking for. I do feel like some things were like way overpriced, where other things were very reasonably priced. So I guess it's one of those places, it could be very hit or miss, and then also probably depends on the one you go to. So no luck in there. So we're gonna head to another thrift store, like a Goodwill or something. I'm gonna Google some more thrift stores around the area and kind of see if I can find one I haven't been to already. I just Googled my way to a antique warehouse. So that's where we're going to next. I think maybe I need to go for what I'm actually looking for, which when I go in these places, I am looking for antiques. So let me try out an antique. This seems like it should be like an antique mall type of situation. It's very close to here. I'm gonna try this place out and see if I have any better luck with what I'm actually looking for, and then hopefully it'll be a lot more selection as well. I am in the lot and it looks like this place is no longer in existence. There's a bunch of other like smaller stores where that one was supposed to be, so we're gonna have to look up a different one, or maybe try to see if we can find where that one relocated. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm gonna have to pull over and find a different store. All right, found myself at a very cute little small antique store, boutique kind of place. So let's see if they have some really cool pieces in here. I would love to find the hidden gem out here in Houston. Okay, that was such a cute little store. I got a couple things. They were some vintage looking like liquor bottles that I'm gonna use for decor in our bar area. I'll unwrap them a little bit later and show you guys when I place them. But now I want to head to probably like a Goodwill or something like that, because I'm looking for a batch of teacups to finish out my tea bar, like my tea and matcha bar. So that's actually what I'm looking for next. And I want them to be kind of like mismatched. That way I can kind of lay them in a basket. There is an inspo pic. If I can find it, I'll insert it. But this is like the vibe I'm going for. Today is the day, God willing, fingers crossed, that the kitchen dining area comes together. My cousin is gonna be headed this way shortly to help me with the curtain rods to hang the curtains. Let me show you guys the curtains that I got. They're so cute. These are the curtains that I got. They're this very pretty like turquoise color, and they're a heavy velvet. I think they would look really nice on the windows in contrast with the other colors that I picked. Now, these are a lot lighter than I thought they were gonna be. I was actually going for more of a deeper turquoise, but for now, I think that this is going to do and give it the color pop that I'm looking for. So I don't think it's terrible. I just was expecting something a little bit darker. And then I have a rug right here, which I've already laid out on the floor to make sure it covers enough space. It's a larger circle rug, so we're going to lay it out with the table and the chairs and everything. Make sure that it is in fact large enough. If it's not, then I will roll that sucker up and send it back to Amazon where I got it. And then, do I want to show you guys the chairs yet? Yeah, let me show you the chairs. So we're gonna put together the rest of the chairs, but I did put together one of the chairs just to make sure I liked it. So this is the chair. I actually have the whole entire table set up with the chair just to, like, you know, see how it looks together. But let me just show you what the chair looks like. All right, so this is the chair. It is so cute and the quality is actually insane. Now, this chair arrived with this like little spot right here. I'm gonna try to rub it out because when I shine light on it, you can't see it. But I'm very anal like that. It bothers me, but I'm not about to send all these chairs back for this spot. So we're gonna try and work that thing out. And it comes with a extra little pillow that you can have in the chair or not. And it feels almost like a combination of a leather and a micro suede. So I think it's really cute. And I like the barrel back. These are like barrel back style of chair. And I just like the detail with the texture and the different material and everything. For the table, this is the base of the table. This table is by John McGee. And when I tell you, I'm gonna show you the whole table and everything, like, you know, once I get it in place. But that table is a $7,000 table that I got on Facebook Marketplace for an insane price. Ooh, pest control just pulled up. Perfect, because, you know, I've seen 3 cockroaches that are bigger than a cockroach should ever be, and I'm just like, pest control immediately. Not to mention there are a few wasp nests that I've noticed around the house that they're gonna knock down as well, and I think they're gonna start on the outside of the house. Super expensive. I actually had my eye on a slightly larger version of it, and the tabletop, the glass part was shaped like an octagon. I wanted it so badly, but that table normally retails for about $10,000, and it was twice as much as I paid for that table. Actually, more than twice as much than I paid for that table. However, what I was trying to negotiate with her was only twice as much as I paid for that table, but she was still bonded with the table, talking about, like, I know I'm gonna have to get rid of it eventually, but I'm not, let me think of it. And I'm like, girl, you ain't ready to let go of the table. So I had to move on. I was devastated a little bit because that tabletop being an octagon shape was perfect for this area, because this is shaped like an octagon. But then when I saw that one, which had the base that still had, it was like the same exact base, the tabletop was just different, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with that one. The price difference definitely helped, but I was just like, it was, you know, still the same vibe. And after looking at an actual 60-inch round table in person and comparing it to this area, I'm like, you know what, I think that table actually might fit even a little bit better, but we'll see. We'll see. The other table definitely still would have fit. It just would have been less room around. So yeah, that is the update. I do in fact have on my fur coat. It was the first box I opened with all my fur coats. I put them suckers out. I put them in my closet because it is cold outside. You know when New Yorkers say, oh, it's brick? Oh, it's brick. For me, at least, it's 29 degrees. I'm freezing, okay? I am freezing. I literally, I'm so cold. That reminded me that I needed to like turn the kitchen faucet on. Pest Control just left. They were super sweet. I loved that company, or at least the people who they sent out. They were so like kind. My mug, look at this. This is the like little coaster it comes with. I got this at Target for $5, y'all. I'm about to go to another Target today to see if I can find any of the other colors, because I think these are so cute. I would use these even outside of and beyond Valentine's Day, but I definitely will be using this cup for the entire month of February. Anyways, I'm waiting for my cousin to get here with the what are we doing? Curtains. But for now, I'm editing this video that I want to go live soon, so I will check back in with you guys when we are ready to start assembling the dining room. You guys, I am so excited. The curtains are up. They look amazing. I'm gonna show them to you. Look at them. I love it so much. So they're like a nice heavy blackout curtain that is in a velvet. I feel like the camera's not doing the color justice, but I have 2 curtains on each rod, and I love that. It makes such a huge difference. Now we just need to clean up all of this. I'm gonna give the floor a nice little mop, and then I'll lay the area rug so I can see how it looks with the curtains. When my husband gets home, we're going to start moving the table in here, but I do wanna clear out some of the boxes that we have in here because we've been kind of using this area to store some things. So I'm gonna clear out some of that, and yeah, we can start piecing things together. Definitely I'm gonna have to do some color adjusting for this footage because it's very yellow, but I'm gonna start moving these boxes because my husband is home now. It is dark, but I wanna try to get the table and everything into place, and I still have to sweep and mop this floor. So I'm gonna give y'all a little cute little montage as I clear all this stuff out and move it around. I just hung that and completely forgot to film it, but I think that we are, let me move out of this so you can see. This is the photo that I thrifted at a Goodwill, and it's a Paris cafe. I just really love the vibe. So that's hung. Still debating if I want to hang this photo on the other side because it does also match really well, but I'm gonna wait until tomorrow in the daylight to kind of see how I feel about it. But for now, I'm about to sweep and mop this floor so we could go ahead and move in the table. And then I'll do the styling and decorating of it tomorrow when it's daylight so you guys could see, because right now it's so dark in here and this light does not get that bright. So like half my face is like in the shadows. So this is my finished kitchen dining area, and I would say the thing in this room that took me the longest to decide on was this table. Because this room is shaped like an octagon, you really had to find the perfect table to complement the space. And initially I had found a table that had an octagon glass top and I wasn't able to secure it, but this is the exact same table with a round glass top. It actually ended up working out beautifully. This table is by John McGee. It is made with real bamboo and it's wrapped with real leather. The quality of this table is actually insane. The glass is so heavy and I could definitely see this table lasting for years and years to come. I don't see myself getting sick of it anytime soon. It's just gorgeously crafted. And it's such a statement, like when you look down at it, like all the shapes and the way that it was put together, it's just so cool that I love it. These chairs were also a find that took me quite a while because I wanted something that was statement and comfortable, but not something that you would see typically. And I feel like the combination of the weaving around the arm and the shape of the chair really brings something unique to the table, literally and figuratively. And I do like the black because the black actually complements the light fixture really well and the rods that I use to hang the drapes. So I was trying to use a combination of colors that weren't too matchy-matchy, but I wanted everything to complement. And because I do plan in the future to introduce more art and a few other pieces to this room, I just wanted it to have a more neutral background that was still interesting. What made me decide on these drapes and this color was actually the laundry room. Our laundry room, which I will be showing in a future video, is painted a deep like aqua teal blue. And I wanted the curtains to complement that without being the exact same color. Now, initially when I saw these, I thought they were gonna be darker. So I was kind of shocked when I got them, but it actually ended up working out perfectly. I think it's the perfect shade for this room and it adds the right amount of drama without being too dark. This room in the summer and when it's light outside gets a lot of light. So I wanted something that would kind of protect from the sun, keeping the room cooler in the summer, but also giving some privacy. And I do think that having the curtain rod strung up just a little bit higher adds drama to this room. Like it literally looks like, it reminds me of theater, the way that this is kind of set up. And I just really love it. Like I think that this came out better than I could have possibly imagined. And I did go ahead and add this piece of art right here, which is something that I actually thrifted. Hold on, I'm gonna try and get you guys a good view of it. This art is a picture of a cafe in Paris, and I like all the red tones in this painting. Now it does have a lot of the pale yellows and the browns and even like the blues and everything that's in the rug, but I do like the red that is in here because I am going to be introducing this color red in my living room, and I want the rooms to have their own color palette, but I do still want all of the colors to be cohesive. I want every room to flow into the next. So having this picture right here gives me a lot of different options color wise if I choose to add something in here later on. I do think I might consider adding bar stools. At first I wasn't gonna do it, but I do think that it could add some interest and more, you know, seating to the space. It could be a lot more practical. And then I am going to be adding probably a console table on that side of the room, or this side, we'll see, but I don't want it to interfere with the chair that slides back right here. So I think I'm probably gonna add the console to that side of the room and kind of dress it up and kind of play around the vintage radio that's in this room. There is another art piece I'm considering hanging as well, but I just want to kind of take some time to look at my options art-wise because I'm still deciding on if I want a mirror right there or if I want to do more art right there. So if I do more art, I'll probably use this picture because it complements this picture and all of the colors in the room. It gives the same vibe, but it's not the same. And I do like the fact that the pictures do not look like they were bought together. They look like they were bought separately, but they still go together. Something that was also hard for me to decide on was what I wanted to go in the center of the table. This right here is a, it kind of looks like stone. I don't know if you guys, there you go. It's a stone dish. and it's very, very, very heavy. I did want this for fruit, but I also wanted to have some flowers as well. I do like this setup for now, but I do feel like I'm either going to add to it or change it. I considered a nice long wood bowl to go on this table, but I'm looking for something that has the right shape that goes with the room to go in the center while still being able to have flowers. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out, and then maybe this dish will eventually go into the living room and live somewhere else. But for now, this is perfect. For the rug, it was important for me to have a rug that fit the space. So I wanted to go for either an irregular shape rug or a round rug. I needed the rug to be large enough to have all the chairs on it, even if I pulled them out, and not so big that it kind of overpowered the room. So I feel like this size is perfect. I would have preferred an irregular shape rug, but I couldn't find one that was the right irregular shape. I wanted it to be irregular, but still kind of in the shape of a circle. But when I came across this one, I felt like it actually went pretty perfectly in the space, and it matched the runner that I put in my entryway. We're gonna get to my entryway because I did style that up just a little bit, and I'm gonna show you guys that. It is gonna change slightly. I'm not quite sure exactly how yet, but I'll show you what I have so far. Of course, all the things that I got from Amazon, the chairs and the rug and the drapes, I will link in my description box if you guys are interested. I will link what I can. I have a double door entry, so I wanted to pick a rug that would, again, tie into the rug in the dining area without clashing with this. So when I saw this, I saw that it was the exact color of the blue in that rug, and I thought it would be perfect. So that's why I picked that. Now, this is my entryway. I have a office. Well, this is actually technically the formal dining area, but I'm gonna turn it into an office for me and my husband. So we're going to be working on this project a little bit later, but it does have 4 sets of doors. 2 of them actually open into the room, while the other ones on the side like this are just more or less a long window. I've always had this idea in my head that when I got a house, I would have an entryway with an entryway table. And when I first saw this, I thought it wouldn't be possible, but then after looking at some more ideas, I realized, you know what? I think I have the perfect piece already that would go in this entryway. I didn't want anything that was gonna be wood because we already have a lot of wood in the house. So I wanted to pick something that had more of a contrasting color. And when I thought about the color I would choose, it was a creamy white, and I already had something like it. It's actually this mid-century modern table that I thrifted about, what, like 3 years ago at this point. It is made with limestone and marble. It's extremely heavy. And when I put it in the spot, it literally fit perfectly. It was the perfect width, the perfect depth, the perfect height. And I love the color and the texture of the limestone and the marble. It just really added something to this area. So I love that. I did add 2 of my coffee table books that I've recently gotten that I've shown you guys, with a little structural little statuesque art piece. And I do have a dish and these 2 paintings right here with this little lamp that is a LED like touch lamp. It's really cool. You can charge it, so you don't need any cords for it. But this actually isn't what I want to stay here. I actually want a tall piece of art to go right here that's about this width, and then maybe another different kind of dish in the front. But finding art that is this dimension is actually pretty hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to buy the canvas and paint it myself, because there is a particular dream I had that led me to this moment, and that's the scene that I want to paint and have in my entryway as kind of a reminder of a promise that I was given. So I'm gonna paint that and put it right here, and then I'll do a little dish, probably a different dish, but for now this works. I do have a little scent diffuser hidden behind the statue or this little mini sculpture in the books that just adds a little nice scent to the entryway, so you smell it when you walk in. And then I did mirror the same arrangement that's on the table. This is a bigger version of that vase with the same type of faux florals in it. Now, I do see myself throughout the different seasons maybe swapping out this vase every now and again for fresh flowers, but for now, I just love the deep purple hue of these. I love this creamy color right here. It just kind of ties everything in, and the greenery, and it's evergreen. So it's gonna stay like that forever. Funny story, the guy who I bought the table from on Facebook Marketplace, he also had the matching side table to this table and the matching coffee table. It was actually his parents' furniture that he was selling. They didn't have space for everything anymore, so it was in a storage. But I am considering going back for those side tables, not the coffee table because it's a different shape than what I want for our couch and our living room situation, but I am considering going back for the side tables because if I do go back for the side tables, I might be able to put the side table at the other end of this entryway with a nice foliage or plant on top. So it's a thought in my mind. Hopefully it doesn't sell by the time I make up my mind, but this is my entryway when you first walk into the house, and honestly, I love it. I couldn't be more thrilled. I think it came out really nice. Yeah, this is the start of decorating my home, and it's just kind of surreal, but I will be talking about in an upcoming vlog what it actually feels like for me to own this house, and you might be surprised at some of the revelation I've had since moving here. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one.